Rakdos has returned to Iratus, Lord of the Unholy Synergy. We are finally starting to gain some momentum with our teams. Finally, their synergies are coming online, and we're able to do some combos with putting debuffs on the enemies and allowing our Dark Knight to use his stance to spread out some stress damage. So that has been working in our favor pretty well. We only have one Digger Soul and one talent. Let's see if there's anything important we need to place our talent into. None of these do sanity damage. We do want a spell that at least does a little bit of sanity damage, so it looks like we are going to go for Sorrow. So for that we need the Blackest Lodge first. This is not a very powerful upgrade for a talent point, especially when we're being so stingy with our talents. But we just need the ability to single target Dread, at least for these first couple floors.
Spells, hexes, curses, all are at my command.
And this will be our trinket setup, our artifacts for the moment. Nothing really to change out there. And let's check our mortuary, see if our units were healed. They were. Perfect. Having 2 mortuary slots this early should be everything we need to really start moving forward. Alright, Dark Knight gets his second upgrade here. It's going to be either Dark Tithe to increase the amount of either mana or wrath Iratus gains from when he uses this move. I'm highly thinking mana, and the wrath upgrade gives him dodge. What's that about? 2 dodge? What's that even going to do? Seems like this is just the clear winner. Stare into the Void is a really good upgrade as well, but doubling the amount of mana Iratus gains is too huge. That's really important right now. Alright, after that, we are going to see if there's anything he needs here. Initiative. He needs to go first. Absolutely needs to go first. My units have really high initiative from the bracers, but if he goes first in my unit, then we can set up his stance and not feel bad about using everyone else's debuffs. Alright. For Mr. Terminator here, we need some more evasion. We're going to stack up his evasion as much as possible because he has the Phantom Clothes. There we go. And for our Savior, the one who will get us out of this mess, we are going to gain some more attack, maybe? Yeah, let's do attack. We're going to toss in our Wraith here and switch it out with the Mummy. You should be able to handle this just fine. Let's see what we're doing next, and that will depend on who we take out. Whoops. What are we doing next here? Okay, we get some experience. We get some experience for Iratus. Let's keep going. Let's do that. And then we'll check to see who is participating in this next fight. Perfect. Whoops. One step closer to getting our spell that we were looking for. And here, the elite... The elite, I think they're called a cultist or something like that in the back. They're probably not called a cultist, let's be real, but I know they sacrifice their own minions. I don't exactly know what the conditions are for that sacrifice, but I know they sacrifice their own minions to heal themselves, and they hit very hard. So in that instance, we're actually going to want the Shade here, as opposed to Savior. The Shade is going to be able to really lock down one target with a ton of debuffs, and if that's the only scary person, then we should be able to handle it with the Shade. Alright, everything looks good. Oops. Make me proud. If we can get a couple more good fights without losing much life or many resources like our mana, I feel like we're going to be on track to have a huge comeback here. Alright, so you are called an Adaman. I would have never guessed that, actually. 2 blocks, 2 wards. Allies gain 1 attack till the end of battle each time the Adaman receives damage, and I cannot dispel that effect. So we want to save her for last, it seems. Okay. So, our strategy worked. We are going first with the Dark Knight, and despite having +5 initiative, the mummy still does not go before one of these conscripts. The conscripts. Well, we are going to boost up his dread.
Rage released.
And go to No Tomorrow. The shadows dance. Alright, and then you are going to hit them up with a black light. We're going to hit up the one who's going to move. You. Or I could start getting rid of your wards. Let's start getting rid of your wards, maybe. One attack when the anti-man receives damage. No, let's not. What? You have so much evasion. Or, sorry, not evasion. You have so much accuracy. I guess that accuracy hindrance really is powerful. There we go. Bam. Look, they're all at half from just that one move. When the mummy comes in, they're going to be really hurting. Bam. We got 1 miss. And then Insanity. Alright, so she'll sacrifice her allies when they're at low sanity. And get a buff to gain her lots of blocks and wards. Okay. So we are going to go in the stance again, naturally. Drop the Vengeance Beam. Try to get this kill. Yes, good kill. Second miss on this guy. He's insane as well. But that is pretty much a positive insanity for us. It's kind of neutral. Does good things for him, does good things for us. But now that she is missing her ward, we can use Blacklight on her and wreck her accuracy. Her accuracy plus our unit's evasion should mean that it's pretty tough. Let's see if that counts. Okay, so her feature only counts for attack damage. It does not count for stress. I wish I would have known that from the beginning, but it is okay. We are going to scream. Continuously reduce. Oh, she did give them an attack from one of those things. Alright, kills your other ally, so your damage is increased by 50%. So we truly cannot let you attack. Yeah, we're going to kill you with Insanity, certainly. Are we going to... Should we know tomorrow again, or should we heal some mana? I don't think we know tomorrow again, because we're still going to need to get through this ward. So the next instance of debuff she receives will not trigger the no tomorrow. It's actually just going to negate with the ward. We could use Hollow Stare to get the ward off. Yeah, let's actually do that, because we want the Banshee. Well, she does already have Blacklight. We want the Banshee and the Shades debuff on her. The only way to get the Banshee's debuff on her will be to Hollow Stare here. Reduce your attack a little. There we go. And keep up your... Actually, she already has Blacklight. So what we're actually going to do is move the Shade forward for a small cost.
Strength through pain.
And use the Dark Portal to restore even more mana. And then, now that we don't have to use the Vengeance Beam, we can use the Cursing Touch, which is a super powerful stress damage move. Got him. Miss. Good, good, good. That accuracy reduction really helps out. Alright, so now we are going to get our mana pumped up. Get our mana pumped up. We could do that, or we could Gloom Claws for a lot of damage and end the fight. I'm really worried about her taking a turn and doing tons of damage. And she does have her accuracy back right now. Her accuracy has returned. Let's hinder her accuracy again, just in case we can't kill her. And then we're preparing for both outcomes. If she does not die from the attacks from the Banshee, from the Mummy, and from the damage over time curse on her, then we will get even more mana out of this fight and have a high chance to not get hurt. If she does die, then she dies. That's just great. We're going to use the Scream.
Carve open their husks.
And then the Cursing Touch one more time. It's going to be a win-win. Okay, she lived. She died. We're fine. That's a fine amount of mana to end on.
I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Level 4 Brain, a little bit less impressive. So we're almost getting enough Digger's Souls each fight to unlock basic upgrades in the graveyard for level 1 upgrades. We're going to be able to get our Sorrow.
With
Perfect.
knowledge and will comes victory.
We're going to be able to get another cachet of souls here. Go, go. There we go. Perfect. So with that, we will be able to get... Let's see, which one is more important? Passive mana, leveling up our units, or finding artifacts? I think it's actually finding artifacts. The chance to find artifacts is very slim, but if you think about it, right now, we desperately need artifacts. Every single, there are so many artifacts out there in the game that do crazy powerful things. Artifacts have this massive sliding scale of power. Some are just very, very mediocre or weak. Some are super situational, and others are, like the Spirit Spear and the Spirit Chainmail, are, I would say, run defining if you manage to find those. And I don't know how many there are in total of the massive pool of artifacts, so just having any chance to get random artifacts is pretty dang good. We're gonna do the Banshee. We're gonna set that up right now.
Useful if you can put up with their constant whining.
Yeah, they do whine just a little bit, but you know what? They're worth it.
The entity below seems to have developed an attachment to me. To lay eyes on its full form would be to invite madness, so I'm content to occasionally give it a pat on the tentacle.
That was absolutely beautiful. He knows that looking deep into it would drive anything, even him, mad. So he's perfectly fine just giving it a little tentacle pat, little pat on the tentacle. That's too cute for words. All right. What do we got here? Why do all of these fights have an elite in them? All right. Okay. So you see this guy in the back? He almost killed our entire team, and we're not gonna let that happen again. So how are we gonna avoid that? Well, one way we could have avoided it was by using Savior's upgrade here. Very unfortunately did not upgrade, and she cannot be leveled up in this moment. So the alternative is to have a lot of ways to hit the back line. And do we have enough ways to do that with this team? Might we need someone else here? Can you interrupt stances? I know Necrotic Wind does. Doesn't it? No, it just moves them. And we have a spell that targets their sanity. And we'll remove a ward from that unit. What does the mummy need? I'm always inclined to give them life, especially in the good always wins. Yeah, a little bit of life. Shade, were we saving up on you, buddy? What were we saving up for? I don't quite remember. Maybe accuracy. Wow, 4 for 10. That's pretty big. Yeah, let's save. All right, I'm nervous. This Doomsayer back here absolutely manhandled my team last time. So the Banshee as well does not have any wards. Terminator at least has 2 wards, and the Mummy's pretty tanky. And the Shade has a little bit of dodge. So I would say that, you know what, just for this fight, I'm going to give him a resistance. I'm going to take the Banshee out and put in Terminator. If this guy, and actually I can heal up these two because they're hurt a little bit. That works out perfect. And if this Doomsayer does get his stance off, this team will be able to mitigate it the best. Bring us victory. Yep. Blocks and wards. Blocks and wards. We're going to immediately hit you with the Sorrow.
Extinguish hope.
Going to immediately go into the stance, I think. Nope. You know what? We're not going to stance it up just yet because these units have blocks and wards. We need to get those off before his No Tomorrow stance will even do anything. So we're gonna take one off of you. Yep. Now we are gonna take off this last ward so that he will only gain 1 ward if he does his stance, and we will be prepared. Who loses their last ward here? This guy. Alright. And now we have full reign to... Boom! We removed all of their wards in the first round. It's very good. Ouch. Good miss. You get counterattacked for that. Are you doing your stance? You are not doing your stance. Okay, good news. I prepared for it, but we did not even need to do it. Now, he's pretty hurt. I forget how much his 60, so we need to get up enough wrath for him to use his move right now. I wonder if this will give us a little bit of wrath. We want him to die first. It did give us a tiny bit of wrath. Cool. And then hopefully with Blacklight to reduce the accuracy. This guy has pretty dang bad accuracy already. Her accuracy is pretty good. She's probably going to use her turn to kill someone, one of her allies, if she does get a turn. And he's probably not going to do anything, so let's destroy this guy's accuracy. It's either that or we Void Claws. The reason why I might want to Void Claws is because I need 2 more Wrath, and I don't know if this debuff will give me Wrath. I think I need to do damage to get Wrath. So I think I need to Void Claws. And if I Void Claws this guy right here, she will kill him. She's set to kill him now, just with his low stress. I'm going to do it. Because I'm going to use Abyssal Hunger, which will get him very close to dead. And then this does magic damage. Perfect.
One by one, life vanishes.
No buff for you. No buff for you. And then we're going to get the Mummy back in his position by doing this. Nice, 30 crit. Alright, hit me again. Not that dude, though. Do not hit that dude. Leave that dude alone. He's trying to retreat. That's it. He's done. At the beginning of his turn, he'll just run away, I think. I think. We're going to go into no tomorrow. We are going to remove your ward.
Extinguish hope.
We're going to move you forward so that just in case, just super mega unlikely in case this goes off. Can't let that go off. Maybe we can even drive him insane. That would be wonderful. Let's hit these two. Alright. Vengeance Beam. Vengeance. Multiple insanities. Yes. Well, he definitely got away. Yep, he got away. That's fine. A little bit of damage there. No problem at all. Perfectly manageable. We're going to reduce the accuracy of... What do we got here? Permanent. His accuracy's not great still. Well, actually, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. Do we kill with the Gloom Claws, or do we try to kill with just stress damage? I think we just kill with stress damage. So we're going to black light you. Because you have a chance to just kill him. We need to keep your... oh, darn. Keep your sanity very low. That's what I was trying to say there. Do we keep using... I think so. Yeah.
Extinguish hope.
You have all remaining strength. That's not good at all for us. This makes them lose a little bit of vigor, but take 2 turns. And it is maximum vigor. Darn, that is not good. Do we go into the stance? Yep, let's go into the stance. And blast with Cursed Flames. Hopefully we can get this guy dead. Amplify Curses might be able to do it. But Vengeance Beam will give me so many more instances, so many more triggers. He'll take a chance to die when the Vengeance Beam hits. He'll take a chance to die from receiving any kind of stress from maybe like a critical. He'll have a chance to die from the Cursed Flames. He'll have a chance to die from Vengeance Beam 1 damage over time, and a chance to die from Vengeance Beam 2 damage over time. Even though I think Amplify Curses would kill them, I'm not sure, but I have a theory that the more stress damage you do, the higher percentage chance they have to die from a heart attack from that stress damage. That would only make sense. Otherwise, single target stress damage nukes wouldn't be very important, unless you're dealing it to like really high sanity bar enemies. But please die. Did get a crit. Didn't die from the crit. Died from that. Good nose. Alright. No one to eat. Speaking of eat. Yum. We're going to try to heal up a little bit. We're going to restore our mana a little bit as well. We need to get the shade forward, but I don't think the mummy can move back. Let's put a ghostly veil right here. And we are going to move the shade forward 1.
Strength through pain.
And Dark Portal it up. Here we are just going to remove debuffs from allies. It won't do anything, but we're trying to buy ourselves some time to get some mana.
Become part of the breathless
Got a little bit of
tide.
mana. Ooh, 10 souls. Nice, that's really good. We got 4 body parts. Ooh! The lake paid off, the lake paid off. What does this do? Ring of Terror. Increases the baseline chance that an enemy will die due to a heart attack by 10%. That is so big for what we're doing right now. We're going to have to switch up our strategy a little bit later when we get to enemies that can't be driven insane, obviously. But I think I'm learning something. For the first floor, sanity damage is super good. So it's okay to run a team that primarily does sanity damage and sanity damage combos, as long as that team later can be switched around and made flexible, if that makes sense, to do other things. this team will be able to consistently murder anything with Gloom Claws, or it will be able to do pretty decent damage on its own with just these 2 units. But for right now, to make winning easier, we need to focus on stress. Do we have enough? We do. So, based on our plans, we're going to go ahead and open up the Iratus statue, get 6 more mana after each fight. It's going to help make sure we don't have to continue to cheese out the end of the fights.
Design from my younger years.
Ooh, Iratus, you had a kink. There we go. Okay, so this will take the place of my bracers, unfortunately.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hand.
But we're getting our initiative set up, so hopefully we won't need the bracers soon, and once we switch the bracers out, have very high accuracy, so we won't have to worry about missing at that point. What are we facing here? Well, I kind of have to go straight across here to continue on the path that I wanted for getting all of these steals. Could miss 1 steal to go over here and get 2 cultists, which is really, really good. Okay, so a lot of things we have to worry about here in this fight. The golem obviously cannot be stressed out, so we're going to have to definitely bring in Savior for damage to them. So it's going to be Savior, Mummy, Terminator, Dark Knight. The only thing I wish I had was the Shade to reduce accuracy here. Reducing accuracy would be very nice. Terminator's not as good here. Terminator can't do anything to the golem except hit it with Cold Grasp. 2 blocks. Yeah, I guess you could be up front, couldn't you? Can you use your, yeah, you can use black light from the front position as well. Alright, let's try something a little weird. We're going to do this. This is going to be our team for fighting the elite. We're not going to switch out for the Ring of Terror, but we will be using a bundle of dynamite here.
Embellishes my undead features.
Trying to get as much of a head start on the damage as possible when we head in. Alright. It's going to be very tough. The first all-elite fight we fought really almost destroyed our entire run. We got this. Bam! Huge damage from the dynamite. And sticking with that, we're going to try to kill the elite conscripts as soon as humanly possible. Yep. Bam. And then this guy has a 50% chance to redirect attacks from behind them to itself. But we're going to take that 50% chance. Dang. Alright, we're going to use black light here, I think, to try to move him. Or I could do it here. Yeah, let's use black light here and try to move him up front. There we go. Either person that it hit there would have been really nice. Okay. And now that that is the case, the unfortunate thing is if I kill this guy now, he immediately moves forward and will light up on his turn. Unless we use the mummy to move the elite stone golem, which we will. So that's the plan. Wow, 72 crit. Huge. So now we use the mummy to move the Elite Stone Golem forward so that he does not lighten up on his turn. Perfect. We can handle that little bit of fire damage. Miss. Whew. They have very, very bad accuracy. So once I use black light on them a couple times, they won't be able to hit us. That's the main reason I wanted to bring in the shade for this fight. We are going to continue to deal as much damage to this guy as we can.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
There we go. Trick of the eye, or sorry, black light on him this time, bringing him forward. Yes, still black light on him. He now has a 25% chance to hit, so that should be pretty dang good for us. And we're going to try to risk the redirect. Dang. A little bit of damage poked through, not bad. This will block. Then we will use the mummy. We don't want to pull this. We could pull him forward. That would be pretty good to pull him forward. There we go. Nice. Now he's all the way in the back. A little bit of hefty damage there. You're hitting pretty hard there, buddy. Now he has to use this move to move himself forward. He can't do anything in the back 2 slots except use that move. But the scary thing is that it does give him some accuracy. Nibble, nibble. Got that. Could heal, but we're not really hurt enough for that yet, I don't think. Maybe risk the redirect here. Yeah. Perfect. And then we will Rose for a Lady to finish off this guy. This should do a ton of damage. We have this woman kitted up with 50% increased critical damage, and she has a couple stacks of the Serpent Skull. Even more critical damage. Let's see how much this does.
Now that's gonna leave a mark.
That's pretty good, being only a level 5 unit. Alright, we're going to stick to the physical damage route here, and we're going to try to kill him next, I think. When the Taskmaster dies, his allies recover sanity. Well, the Golem does not have sanity, and I think that he's more scary than the Golem. That's it. Get your crit chance down. Minus 20%. Perfect, perfect. Miss. Awesome. Great miss. Counterattack. Boom. A magical counterattack, so it gets around his armor. We're going to use black light on you to make sure that you do not... Well... Let's gain some mana. I think it's time. I think we can get away with a little bit of mana restoring. We'll restore mana here as well. We will deal some damage, get some mana, and a little bit of wrath. Rose for a Lady. Yes. Now all we need to do is have him miss with his 65% chance. We can get a lot more mana out of this. Yeah, he can't crit us. That's really good. Just miss, buddy. Ah, well, we can put you in the mortuary. That's no big deal. We will get quite a bit of mana out of that hit, though, so hopefully it's not all for naught. There we go. Die. Nice. Not a bad elite fight. Let's be honest, not a bad all-elite fight. What is that? Is that the thing for the Blood Phantasm? This means attacks restore 15% damage as wrath. It is not the thing for the Blood Phantasm. We got this. After winning a battle, Iratus gains a non-consumable artifact. Cool. We will pop that in for the next fight. Problem is, we have a damaged Dark Knight, who is pretty much our only frontliner that we have established here for the team. So we will need to establish another frontliner. Let's put the shade in here for now. Put you there. So we have a couple questions to ask ourselves. Who is our frontliner going to be? Well, let's see what we're going up against. Okay, we get our steel next. So let's first decide who we want our frontliner to be. Someone who can do physical damage, someone who can do stress damage, someone who can tank pretty well. My mind goes to the Dampier and the Black Widow. The Black Widow has a stress move that I never got to use, right? Yeah, Spider Hex. They lose luck and evasion. Them losing luck is pretty good with the Mummy to compound on the amount of luck that they're going to lose. It's a pretty weak stress move, though, all in all. But hey, her whole goal is to just stand there. I'm actually really considering the zombie this way. So I had an idea for a team that involved the zombie and the bride of Iratus, and it was going to be a pure ignition team. And it was going to be the zombie, the blood phantasm, the bride, and the lich. And it was going to be all damage over time fire. But then I realized that that's probably a gimmicky team and something a little bit more suited to the normal playthrough, because there are going to be a lot of enemies that I can't light on fire. So it's not a very versatile team. It doesn't swap with other teams very well. In a prior episode, I hesitated on building a zombie because I wanted him for the ignition team. But upon thinking about it, the ignition team, probably not great. So maybe we make a zombie that does smoke bomb. And hey, this also makes them lose luck. So it also compounds with the mummy, and the zombie can do all kinds of different damage. Way more versatile than the Black Widow. Is that even true? No, they're both pretty versatile. And the Black Widow's way more tanky.
Know how to unlock the true potential of necromancy.
Well, I'm trying, Iratus, okay? You gotta give me credit for trying. The potential is not easy to unlock, right? Me and you both know this. So, give me some time, buddy. The Black Widow's way more tanky than the zombie. And can heal itself. And has better initiative. It's gonna be the Black Widow.
Weaving a web of death for my enemies has just gotten a whole lot more literal.
Yes! Yes! He has like 2 or 3 different things that he says for each unit when he makes them, and they're all just sheer gold. Do we use level 4 brain or level 5 brain? We got 3 level 5 brains. Let's use one of these. We only get to upgrade one of her moves. This heals her more each turn, and this is the counter attack. She will heal for 2% more. This is tough. The counter attack is really nice because it stacks up her passive on them. This is really nice for just healing up before the end of a fight. We're going to go this route, actually.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
We got a little bit of stat points to spend here. We can give you an initiative. I would like that. Armor and magic resistance will be very good for her as well. Accuracy, very good. We'll do that. One of those. These are super cheap. We'll do one in each of these. Do that. Yeah, initiative's just a little bit better. There we go. And who gets the burning blood? What minion is always attacking? Like, truly always attacking. Maybe the mummy. Mummy has some things that are not an attack, but not many. We kind of want the person with this to be pretty fast so that they can hit give us wrath and then use the wrath on somebody. I do like upgrading this just so that the mummy actually pushes the enemy. This will help us get people out of stances. Unavoidable curse is so good though. It's so much stress damage so quickly. Let's go for utility. We have already made the mistake of not taking the utility upgrades when we were supposed to with the Bride of Iratus. So let's go for the utility here. Ignores ward. But no, it doesn't matter that it ignores ward. It doesn't interrupt stances. This interrupts stances.
Get back to battle.
More luck? When it's for 1 point, how can you say no? It's really good. He does use his attacks sometimes, and for 1 cost, that's pretty good. Okay, so they're kitted out a little bit. We already filled up our mortuary. We do have 1 talent point to spend. We already got the sorrow. It's proven pretty handy so far. Let's save up for frenzied howling maybe. Let's save up. Yeah, there's a lot of tier 2 things that we want. So let's save up. We are going to pop this in before the next fight. Do we keep the Braces of Madness? Well, let's see what the next fight looks like. Iratus experience, perfect. We're gonna get 50% chance to get better parts. Increase the chance to get artifacts by 20%. It's pretty good. Frenzied Howling is really good. The main part about Frenzied Howling is it will help us get to Relentless Evil, and Relentless Evil will be very powerful for the in-combat healing, especially for boss fights, where the fight drags on quite a while.
I embrace this fury.
I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day, and as always, peace, peace.